Welcome back to Wedlocked and Loaded.
Wedlocked and loaded.
You women.
Do not lump us all in one category.
So you girls, and lie and stretch the truth
You
and try
girls.
to get us jammed up.
First of all, I'm a whole ass woman, right? Think about
No
that.
disrespect.
Sounds like it to me. So why can't y'all? What is it with men that they just can't walk away?
Depends how good it is. You don't want to give that away. Greetings. Another episode of Wedlocked and Loaded. I am Daniel Laurent.
And I am Leah Nicole.
And we are back again. You guys must like hearing the nonsense that comes out of Leah's mouth. So we'll continue to do this until you guys say otherwise. Not sure why you want to continuously listen to rubbish, but it's all good. So anyway, yeah.
Speak for yourself, because what I be saying is far from rubbish.
No, I disagree. It doesn't matter.
That's fine.
We can agree to disagree.
Absolutely, and that's why we get along so well.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to take the lead, or you want to do a hybrid?
Got this.
I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Every once in 2 years. So, wanted to maybe talk about protecting your partner, and what that looks like. And so, not to beat a dead horse, right? But I think that everyone has commented and made their doctorate analysis, their internet doctorate analysis on the Oscar piece, right? With Will and Chris Rock and Jada and
Not the IDA, baby.
the IDA. Internet that's cute. I like that. I'm a little slow. So I had to.
Sometimes it's okay though.
So thanks for loving me. So side note, like you have to get rid of that.
Side note, pay attention.
No, I am paying
Focus
attention.
on what
Seriously,
we're talking about.
you
I don't
have
know
to.
what you're referring to, so we're not.
You're looking at it.
I'm looking at a lot of things, so it's okay. But go ahead.
No, it's like.
Just go ahead.
All right. So yeah. So there's a bunch of commentary about, stuff about like protecting black women and this, that, and the third, and this. And I personally don't subscribe to that part. I don't feel like that was necessarily the case of protecting black women. I think that, however, it's an interesting conversation on what your spouse considers protection. And I think as guys, obviously it's a blanket statement, but as guys, sometimes we lean towards the physical part, right? So depending on who you're talking to and where they're from, if a dude comes and like disrespects your woman or whatever, disrespects your lady, like, it's like, yo, what I'm saying?
So I feel like if a male does it, it's your ego that will have you addressing that, right? But if a female does it, y'all, and I don't want to generalize, you know what I'm saying, but y'all act like y'all don't see it. Why is that?
There's different levels of it. And you're speaking in generalities, and I know exactly what you're referencing, but
I'm speaking in generalities.
Nah, you're not.
Oh, I am.
You're definitely not.
I am. I mean, now, just because you have some, you know what I'm saying, some examples.
Well,
plenty.
There's different situations, and so
get back to the people, right? And why you feel like you don't consider what was done, him protecting his woman, or black woman.
Well, so protecting his woman,
who is a black woman.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
So, because there's a bunch of like sound bites and click words and those type of things that get held. And so, by no means am I saying you can't protect black women against another black man. That's absolutely not true, right? Mm-hmm. You can. Mm-hmm. But there's different variations, and what no one can speak about is if Jada, every night or once every 6 months or whenever is crying on Will's shoulder about her condition, right? And so making any sort of comment related to that, you know, is a sensitive subject, and that can't be tolerated. How he handled it, like, it would have to get like there was several layers that got to that point for me to ever consider doing something like that. It just doesn't, like, nothing about that makes sense. And when you're in the show business, it's a business. And I think he is very well aware of it being a business. However, I think that
Folks are human.
But I think that everything is in hindsight. And again, man, everybody is making their analysis of what happened and what they think happened. But what I do believe is, and somebody posted this, so I'm gonna kind of paraphrase it, but basically, Will, that slap wasn't meant for Chris. That was for everybody that Will couldn't slap on social media and has been poking fun at his expense. And also, that slap was for unresolved issues that him and Jada have that he hasn't yet addressed.
So why couldn't it be for all of that and for Chris?
Because, well, I mean, I don't, who's to say? And I guess it could be, but I think that, for me in that situation, there's several examples of, like, their relationship is what it is. And I think that offline, like you and I have certainly heard things years and years and years ago before
Right.
people, so people in the industry kind of knew or thought they knew or whatever, right?
But that's their business.
That's their business. But I think Will, to his credit, things haven't gotten messy and spilled out, right? So for the August thing to come out, I don't believe that it was a shock to Will, but it's definitely embarrassing, and it becomes a punchline. And then you got the bozo that comes out and makes, a song. Definition of entanglement. It's when you tangle in the sheets. That,
I wasn't mad at that joke.
Yeah, but like it's just not so now that forever that's in the ecosystem that's a joke, right? And so some dude that was your child's friend, you know what I'm saying, like and was addicted to whatever, you helped him and whatever, and there's pictures floating around when it probably was an innocent thing. But now people make their own narratives, and all this is at Will's expense in the sense of, yes, Leah, because his stuff hasn't been, like, literally,
So
when you think of like Puff,
just because his stuff hasn't been exposed,
but that's
mean,
you can't discredit that.
So
like in the sense of like black men, Leah, and yes, like
black men don't cheat.
Hey, I love my old lady. That's my baby. Think I'm leaving her for you. Bitch, you crazy.
Leah, no,
sorry,
just
I didn't know where you was going. I'm gonna let you go.
just be quiet.
I don't know if I can.
My God, yo.
Just go.
So, in the sense of like, black men, and obviously like there are people that'll argue this, but as far as like picture perfect, clean as a whistle, it was only really Will Smith and Barack Obama, literally. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to say that they are perfect, but whatever they have done in their lives to navigate is a skill, and that it can't be coughed at. It can't be overlooked ever, right? That's a real skill. So he has managed his whole career to not be messy, to not have scandals, to not have, illegitimate children, all that. And so you have his wife that people definitely hold in high regards, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like comes from a different stock in the sense of, I think, who she is. And we know situations like where a person is possibly being suppressed, and who they really are, they can't live in that. And for better or for worse, like who, whatever. But my point is, like, the August Alsina thing, doing a red table talk, and talking about her truths. And I think that talking and having therapy and healing and being transparent is powerful. And so I don't look down on that. However, when Will's sitting at that table, and I don't think he was forced, but like that was kind of wild, and I could.
But I can respect him. I respect him for that, and I respect them for that.
I do,
right?
but again, it's like that's at his. Like he's sitting in that thing, so that's no different than when the
He's
dudes
sitting in the
are
seat.
cheating and the wife is standing next to him at a press conference, like like that. So that dude, with his wife was looking crazy on the thing with the Scully.
What's his name?
Exactly.
Derek?
Whoever. Who cares?
Freak.
What's going on, guys? Derek Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed.
But like, it's wild, right? So Will's sitting there and he's crying, his eyes are red.
I think that. So to compare the two, right? Like I feel like he is. I don't know if he is a man of the. If he's a man of the cloth. The dude, I believe he's a man of the cloth. And he also is like supposed to be a relationship guru, right? And so I feel like to compare that situation to Will and Jada, you really can't do it, right? Like Will ain't out here writing relationship books.
It doesn't
right?
matter.
So
take him out. Take like a politician. Take whomever. Any celebrity figure. Any public figure.
So today I am announcing my resignation from Congress.
Yeah! Bye-bye, pervert!
So my colleagues can get back to work.
That have had to make a statement, and their wives it's usually the wives that are standing next to them, and whether you personally as a woman be like, I'm not standing for that bullshit, whatever. Take all that aside, but the spouse is standing there
right.
as the person who did whatever is speaking their truth.
Yeah.
And so, but not only was it wasn't a press conference, it was an actual discussion that he was like, that's super, like I watched it, but I would never watch that again. It was uncomfortable. Like,
well, was it uncomfortable for you because you're just assuming?
It's uncomfortable because that's private. And you're making it public, and again, I don't believe the beauty of.
I think for me, right, and I'm not sure how we got on to this entanglement, but I think for me, yes, it was technically private, right? However, August put it out there, or however got out there, right? And so for me, I think again, once I turned 40, like I just feel like things are different for me, right? And so for me, I'm not gonna hide. If I do some shit, I'm gonna stand by what I did. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like, that situation with Jada and August, you're not gonna sit up here and be talking about this shit and think I'm gonna be mum's the word. You're not. Like, I was involved in this. I'm gonna say what it was for me. Period. So I think for them, it was important to kind of, they couldn't get in front of it because it was already out there, but get beside it and share their truth about it.
Do you think that Will had a choice in that matter of sitting at that table?
Absolutely. Would you have a choice?
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends.
So you wouldn't stand by me?
See,
I'm asking
it
you,
resorts to that.
Would you stand by me?
Am I standing beside you while you're getting piped down? Right?
I mean, hey, you might.
Leah, I'm not a cuck. I'm
just saying, you could be on the phone. You could be
what are we talking about?
I don't know, but the bottom line is so you have to be.
So I don't equate.
Hold on, time out. You have to be standing right next to me while I'm getting piped down by August.
It doesn't
Flag on the play.
sound good for you to say that, and you didn't have to say.
For me,
oh my God!
In order for you to stand by my side when it's time to talk about it.
You're so disrespectful.
I'm just asking.
You didn't have to. It sounds different when I say it versus when you say it.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because.
Of?
Not okay.
So you want me to get my back long?
Flag on the play.
Out?
Again, not okay, Leah.
I'm just asking you.
Move on. You're like,
But would you stand beside me when it's time for me to speak my truth? That's fucked
we'll
up.
have Leah knock because you wouldn't stick. Come on, yo,
Ooh, that is messed
Leah,
up.
because you have been vocal that you would not. I wouldn't be that bitch, or however you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all say.
I
But
don't know
like
what
you
y'all say.
absolutely like would not. So not you can knock it off,
So,
and we are not gonna. We're not doing that.
so you're referring to,
I'm referring to anything.
You're
If I
referring
was to ever have to make a press conference or make even if I had to go into a courtroom and sit and give a deposition, you would not be there when I'm talking about my.
So here's
Come on,
so
yo.
here's how I
No,
see
no, no.
it. So here's how I see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Be honest. Otherwise, don't say
Here's
nothing.
how I see it. Right. Like, the problem is that stuff was already exposed. Yes.
By who?
It was exposed. So whether you talk about it or not, you're still going to feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
So
But it's different.
why?
You can lick your wounds and as much privacy as you can, or you can lick your wounds publicly and
So
like
but why? So why? What I saw was I saw both of them supporting each other, and at the end of the day, they were standing for each other and let it be known that this shit happened,
word. I get
but
that.
it ain't gonna tear us apart.
And you know what? Like spending so much time like I'm not even against him doing it. My point is, and it definitely can be differences of opinion. But him in the way in which he moves and he has exuded, whether it was his truth, whether he was playing a character. I think the movie the book he put out, he talked a lot about, himself and feeling a certain way and not being able to swear and you know what I'm saying, all these different traumas
And
and
all
different
that
things and these roles that he's
and
played.
all of that may exist, right? And all of that may be very, very true. But at the end of the day, he is human. Motherfuckers get tired, and sometimes you gotta smack a motherfucker. Period.
But you're jumping from like Dudley Station to Mattapan Square.
I mean, shit.
You
I'm
are.
just saying. I'm saying.
Someone who's not messy into someone who is a little messy, where like
So all of that
and
takes
I'm putting
all
myself on here about like
all of that takes.
what you say?
All of that takes a lot of work,
Yes.
right? And sometimes a motherfucker get tired.
Leah.
Tired of putting in all that work. Tired of putting in all that restraint. That shit is tiring.
What's the difference? Okay, so and they're different people, but Jay and Beyonce, what's the difference? Are they going on Red Table Talk? Are they doing
that's
Oprah?
That's a choice. That's a choice.
Exactly.
How you handle your shit is how you handle your
Exactly,
shit.
and they're
There's
both private.
There's no right.
And so they
or
both
wrong
get the
way to
privacy piece.
handle.
They both get privacy.
So, but again,
Jada is not as private as
so
Will.
the thing is that
And
there was a little bit of a scandal, and you pay a motherfucker enough money to shut the hell up, they gonna shut up. Period.
who you talking about? August?
I'm talking about Jay and Beyonce.
Oh. Well,
And there's talks about the Illuminati and all that other stuff. So like, it's just things are different for different folks.
Things are
And that's
different
just
for different
that's just the
people.
bottom line.
But I think that the protecting piece, I think that, Jada definitely gave a look. And when Chris made his joke.
She wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, but like not feeling it versus being like crushed and devastated.
Not feeling it and
it's
tired
two different
of the bullshit. And again, she probably looked in the mirror that day. We don't know.
We don't know, Leah.
We're making
But
assumptions. She probably looked in the mirror that day. As beautiful as she is, and India Ari said, "I'm not my hair." However, sometimes you feel like you are. Sometimes
I get that.
Like it's, but we don't know what it's like to live with that.
I kind of do.
I mean, you
I
are
kind of do.
experiencing male pattern baldness. However,
Nah,
it's
but
not
like
alopecia.
genetically, it is alopecia.
What you've experienced, losing your hair.
No, like like the front, yeah. Looking back, like it was always like, yeah. But I never was sad about it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But like, it's either way. Like, I think, getting into the, like, so I definitely went down a rabbit hole with the whole thing. I think
Right.
the protecting your spouse, like what that looks like, and so for me, there was a few situations, and one, like, it's hard to even like say it without like saying, but like, I spoke to the person, I spoke to the male, and basically let him know that I knew, and I wasn't looking for an apology or looking for an explanation, because I knew his character wasn't going to give that. However, I just wanted him to know that I knew, and that was that. And before I had the conversation with him, I had about 15 like conversations to myself, like while I'm driving, and just like, okay, boom, 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 boom. Because if I went into that looking for an explanation or looking for him to be like, oh man, I didn't mean that, I didn't know that was your, like, because now you're insulting my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So I was okay with whatever that was gonna be. Now, regarding the female, in hindsight, like, there's definitely stuff that was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. In the moment, I didn't see it as blatant disrespect, regardless of you saying it.
And that part is the crazy part.
Well, I think
That
that
part is the crazy part.
I think
Because
that because
if I'm coming to you and it's not my norm to come to you, I'm not that chick that is always like, babe, I don't want you talking to this chick because she wants to fuck you or she likes you, or I'm not that person, right? And for me to come to you and say, yo, this is what's happening, and you're automatically like, nah, they would never do such a thing. And it's like, what? So you just calling me a liar? Like, you're not even gonna look into it? Like, you just gonna let that shit ride just like that, right? Like, that's crazy to me.
yeah.
And so for me, well, I'm gonna let you finish what it means for you.
With the protecting,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was a physical example of, it could be a physical example of protecting your wife and your spouse. um I believe it's more, lashing out.
So let me
And
ask you, right? Let me ask you. So I've come to you. Let's go back to that situation. I came to you on
the girl or
a
the
few-
guy?
Well, I already told you I handled old boy, right? And like, what for you, I feel like you needed to say something because again, part of it for me felt like that was just your ego. Whether
Despite
you,
what I told you.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
But how can
So
that
for me, it didn't
how can that not
matter.
matter though?
It didn't matter because that situation, you didn't handle all situations like that.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
And
it's
it was,
apples and
nah,
ramen noodles.
nah.
Yes, Leah.
Listen,
I'm in close quarters with somebody doing like physical things.
the
And
bot. So let me say
ironically,
this,
like, if I didn't say anything, the next time I was around him, we were actually like punching each other.
and that's
Right?
fine.
So how does that
And
go?
that's fine.
I can't do that.
So
And neither would you.
yeah, but I've been but you
Never,
put
Leah.
me,
Knock
you
it off.
put me
You've
not
never
in a
been.
fighting not in a fighting situation.
But
in
that's
terms,
what I'm saying.
in terms of practicing self defense. No. However, the bottom line is that I have absolutely been in the same rooms
In clubs,
and
Leah. Like, you haven't been in the classroom.
in close proximity.
You haven't been in the classroom or like your roommates with the
Listen,
person.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
My name ain't Linda
You ain't
either.
been in no you ain't been roommates with the people either, so it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that there has been close proximity on numerous occasions, and you never handled that situation the same.
Yeah,
So it's not okay,
that's fair. Yeah.
and you continuously put me in that position. So for me, protecting my spouse, the first thing I'm gonna do is do my best not to embarrass them in public. That's the first thing I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure, right, to the best of my ability, Like that particular night, I think old boy thought, you know what I'm like, I had a few cups to drink, and he probably, he thought that I was like really far gone and he can get away with some shit.
Good for him.
Fuck that. That's crazy.
Hey, man.
However, he didn't expect for me to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Back up. And don't ever.
Now, did you slap him in the face or use your words?
I pushed him. What the fuck are you doing? Don't you ever.
Stop swearing so much.
Well, that's just what it was.
Well.
Now, for me, like, I felt like I could do that with him, right? But had I hauled off and smacked that chick, I would have then just looked like the jealous, insecure wife. Instead of being a woman who was being blatantly disrespected by another female. And what men fail to realize, right? And I just think, I'm not even going to categorize it as men, but what people fail to realize is you can't expect an outsider to respect your partner or your union if you out here disrespecting it. Period. So for me, I'm not going to allow nobody to feel like they can get next to you in a way that's going to make you upset. Get next to me in a way that's going to make you upset.
You're not including the dancing bear, right?
I've never been to the dancing bear.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go to a strip club, you know what's happening. So
who knows what's happening?
You know what's happening.
I have no idea.
I
have no idea.
I might slip a couple of dollars here and there.
And then you pay for more. So
I've never been the boom boom room chick.
Amen.
Okay. So no.
I mean, y'all girls do it right on the stage. You don't even need a boom boom room.
So I need you to stop acting like you speaking from
experience. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes.
You did not see. What did you see?
I seen a.
What did you see?
Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob.
You did not see that.
And our
you
home
didn't see it.
and
you
our
home
girl that had and our homegirl that had the Yamin and the Yamin, and it was the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Our homegirl that does these events, and she brings the dudes, and so it was a Yamin with Yamin, and it was happening. And
when? I
don't know, Leah. I feel like it was at the thing, the shipyard or something, one of them spots. Young, I mean.
So you seen that?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I did.
You was not even there.
No, I'm not. No. I wasn't there. Why would I go to that? Are you kidding?
So how'd you see it?
Leah, people use phones because people like nobody can like store anything in their brain, so they want to film everything. Just like the chick that was going crazy at the paint night.
The chick that was going crazy at the paint.
You seen her? Like, come on, yo, like going crazy with the paintbrush.
I mean, you know.
Y'all chick, like that's wild, yo.
First of all, we're not gonna talk about
no dudes busting it. Come on.
Lie.
What do you mean?
You're a lie.
Leah.
You are a lie.
What video you got? We'll compare videos if you want.
I mean, we can talk about it if you want to talk about it.
What you want to talk?
You don't even got no video, so what are you talking about?
I seen them. I don't have them in my phone.
Listen.
I mean, I can Google and pull them up.
Listen.
What do you want to talk about?
People are gonna
because I was at the bachelor party and sitting right there, and a dude next to me literally was like eating a chick.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
He's next to me. I didn't say, "Oh, come on, let me get next." I'm just like, "Oh my god," because I'm a 14-year-old boy at heart, so I'm just like, and I'm kind of like intrigued, and I'm watching, and I'm like, "Oh."
But you just said that. You just said that men don't do that.
Yeah, that was a private room.
Bye.
It was private, yo. Why or bye?
I said goodbye.
Why?
Goodbye.
Why?
the same way he did that in front of people he did not know.
No, he knew her. We all.
You didn't know him.
Well, I didn't know him.
And there was a few people there that didn't know him either.
Well, you don't even know what I'm talking
I
about.
absolutely know what you're talking
Well,
about.
stay out of my business.
I won't.
You have no idea what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about.
All right, Leah.
And I bet you ate a little booty too.
What are you?
Gotta eat the booty like groceries.
What?
Yeah.
What do you?
Why? Because
Why?
that's,
What? Wait a minute.
That's how y'all
Hold.
get
Wait a
down.
minute. What?
That's how y'all get down.
Dudes or like in the South?
I'm talking about dude. I don't know particulars. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying dudes in general. Like that's how y'all get down. Y'all don't.
And girls don't, because I can show you videos of that too.
I'm not saying that girls don't lick butts. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, okay, like you're talking about a chick performing fellatio.
Yeah, on stage.
First of all, ship y'all. There was not even a stage.
No,
What are
that
you
was in a
talking about?
room. That was just in a room. What? Like
Actually, there was a little. It was a little built stage, but it doesn't matter.
it all
you weren't
matters.
there, so you don't know at either event.
Leah, I
don't care.
My believe you or my lying eyes.
Your lying eyes don't always tell
Out
the
of
truth.
here. You fucking bullshit.
So, the bottom line though is a chick might, you know what I'm saying, suck somebody off.
Of course they will.
But in the reverse,
The dude might just like lick nipples.
you a lie.
No.
Lie.
What are you talking about,
Lie.
Leah?
Face all in it.
Leah.
From the front to the back,
That-
to the front,
well,
in the back.
That what?
All of that.
Leah.
All of it.
Well.
And fuck raw.
What?
What? At least try to. Because that's how nasty y'all are.
Leah. So
What?
you are projecting,
I'm not.
right?
You think I'm projecting?
You're projecting.
I've seen some things.
What? Yeah, in those
I've
places.
seen some things. Nope. I've seen some things.
And with those dudes.
Nope.
And swinging it around, and then letting this girl get a taste, letting that girl get a taste, and then
I have not seen
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Nope, I have not seen
slapping chicks in the face with it,
that.
like all that.
No, so.
And good for
despite
them,
what you
yo.
think, despite what you think.
I wish I could, like, you know what I'm saying? That would be cool if I could, like, just go and, like, be slapping chicks in the face. What?
First of all.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
that would be wild, yo.
No.
Now, is that considered?
No, I've never been to a show where I got smacked in the face with a dick.
You haven't,
And
but your girlfriends have.
That's a lie. So stop projecting bullshit. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
Maybe they're not your personal girlfriends,
Listen,
but you know them.
I don't know any. Listen, we're not here for that. We're here for a good show.
It's too late.
Nah, that's what we're here for.
You went down a rabbit hole.
That's what we're here for.
Hey, man.
When we go to these shows, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of females, I'm not even gonna say most, but a lot of females don't even care to go to shows with male exotic dancers. They prefer to see women.
Well, that's a whole other bag.
Is it?
I mean, you know.
I don't.
See, that in itself is the difference. But
Of
that's
what?
that's a whole other bag. Because guys don't, like, we don't prefer.
So I think for I'm gonna speak for the perspective of some women, right? I don't mind. I do both. I enjoy watching both shows, right? I feel like with the female
bisexual viewers.
What?
Go on.
I feel like with the females, there's definitely
Sensuality.
more artistry, right? Like, and it just is what it is. For the males, part of it is a lot of male dancers are not heterosexual.
Yeah.
Right? And so
The fantasy's not there.
that part, I guess.
But what if he can, like, if he could, you know how, like, when they used to break dance and you put your hand down and you spin on your hand? What if you could put his thing down and spin on it?
Well, so if he can put all his weight on the tip of his penis, I don't.
That's a skill, yo.
You know, it might.
That's worth dollars for sure.
It might. So I definitely went to a show not too long ago, and I was like.
Not too long ago,
wow.
meaning like during COVID.
I'm just saying. I said not too long ago.
Let's wrap up.
So we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga. This is ridiculous.
No, but I'm saying. So the thing is,
no, Leah,
why? I'm gonna say my piece. I can't say my
your
piece.
piece is close out.
I won't.
I don't want to talk anymore. Close out.
Why?
Because what are we talking about?
I'm talking to you about what we're talking about.
Well, I haven't been to one in a long time.
That's okay.
So when you do your stupid ass fucking ladies nights,
Why?
that's what y'all doing. Y'all going to fucking dancing bears.
See, everything is not
and being slapped in the face.
Everything is not a dancing bear. And again, we don't get smacked in the face with penises.
And fucking go to.
And on top of it, I've been trying to have ladies' nights here. So no.
What does that mean, Leah? As if that's never, Leah. So are we gonna have that conversation? Are we gonna go there? As if there hasn't been in the old place. There was like someone that came and violated my fucking sanctity of my home.
Ain't nobody violating nothing, boy. I need you to cut the
fucking
shit.
Juices all over the damn.
Why you lying?
All over the
Why you lying?
all over the comforter.
Why you lying?
That's true, Leah.
It is not true.
It is true.
Okay.
I watched it.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Now you're projecting.
I'm not projecting. And I didn't say what kind of juice. It was sweat and fucking oil or whatever it was. But it was definitely on the comforter. And I feel like it was a boombox downstairs or something stupid.
So what?
Fucking chicks.
There was no damn boombox. Maybe there was. He probably came with props. Who knows?
Yeah.
But regardless.
Disrespectful, yo.
It's not disrespectful.
I ain't bring no lady in here busting it open.
And why would you?
Excuse me?
Why would you?
Leah, what do you always say in every show? Every stupid fucking comment you make was good for the goose is good for the gander.
All,
stupid ass shit.
Don't sound like that.
Whatever. So what's the difference? So why can't I bring somebody here to bust it open? Tell me why.
Because nobody was busting it open.
I would hope he doesn't bust it open. But he definitely was. Come on now. Come on.
Again, you sitting up here talking like you was there.
Yeah, my house was violated, yo.
Your house was not violated.
I came home and like, you know what I'm saying? I had to light some sage.
Like you do.
I had to light sage.
You came home looking for stuff.
I called a priest.
I'm gonna need you to cut the shit. That's what I'm gonna need you to do.
Holy water, throwing that shit all around.
Oh, now you want to throw water.
Ha ha. Very good, Leah.
But back to protecting.
Very good.
Back to protecting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that protecting your spouse, whatever that may entail, is an important thing? Is it detrimental to your relationship? Or could it be detrimental to your relationship?
It could be, because protection is important. I think it's one of the pillars. But protection looks different for everyone. So I think the key is to have, because for me, I feel like I was on guard and on call to protect you physically, right? But I didn't protect you in the space that was the most important at that time. So, you know, for me, I felt like one was more valuable than the other. And again, like, my mind works in extremes. So if I seen something where, like, you know, you were standing on a corner and like she's driving down the street and intentionally like ran in a puddle and like splashed you and kind of like laughed and drove off, right? Yeah. That's super extreme. But if I seen that, or if like you're walking and you got something and she's running and like bumps you and makes you drop your food and keeps running and doesn't say I'm sorry or excuse me.
So you had to see her bump me.
Like, for me, it's just like literal.
So even when I said something, because that happened, right? And I didn't spill nothing, but like it absolutely happened. But
I didn't see it. I didn't see it that way.
The funny thing is, which is fucking wild. The funny thing is, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on this particular thing, right? But like that again, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't even the first or the only person. And each time that I've said it, maybe three times I've said something to you.
I don't remember the other people.
Oh, it's okay. 3 times I've said something to you, and it was just like, nah, they would never. Nah, it's not even like that. And I'm like, dog. So now I'm just the one that's out here tripping.
Well,
There's really no right?
No, but given the episode that we, just released, from me to you, right? Talking about how I start people at 100, you know what I'm saying, versus starting people at a 0 or starting people at a 50.
Yeah.
So I start people at 100, and then
but
like
you're gonna start. So at this point, I should be at a milli, right?
I mean,
should be at a milli.
There's different pockets.
I should be at a milli.
There's
nobody should be put on a higher pedestal than I when it comes to you, and vice versa.
Well, you don't have me on a high pedestal.
I mean, sometimes you drop down, but you know what I mean.
That's crazy.
No, you when you do.
I don't do. Watch your mouth. So I don't do any. So what are you talking about?
You know what?
And all I simply let's talk about what happened yesterday.
I don't even know
what happened today. Like,
I don't. What are we?
You just be
about?
plugging along, doing your thing, and then I'm just waiting for you.
No. So we're not. So we're not gonna.
So I mean, who's
this conversation?
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right. Either way,
my point is that nobody should be on a higher pedestal. So what? You hold them in a high regard when you don't know them, and some of them you knew, one of them you knew, but you didn't protect me. You didn't protect me emotionally. And that is the crazy part. Because guaranteed, had I had my fill, or as I like to call it, my fuck it moment, it just would have looked bad. So not only were you out here embarrassing me, so to speak, right? But now you got me out of character, and now I'm embarrassing myself because I'm so out of character. What's the difference between that? What's the difference?
Violence is never the answer.
Oh, I know you fucking lying.
There's no justification for violence.
I mean, it sounds good, babe.
So doesn't what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
It sounds real good.
It just as dumb as that is.
Sometimes you really just gotta smack a motherfucker.
Okay, there. So we're not gonna promote that. So I wanted to...
open, close, whatever.
Jesus.
Sometimes
it
just has to happen.
Okay, babe. Thanks. I wanted to...
Don't cut me off.
I wanted to... let's keep the train moving. You're ridiculous.
I'm not saying that should be your go-to, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
so Will should have screamed first before he got up and did that.
At the end of the day, here's the thing: your actions are your consequences. You can never tell anyone how to react to the bullshit that you do. You can't.
You can. You can make a strong suggestion.
You cannot.
Well,
and I bet you that motherfucker go unheard.
I guess. But then, I mean...
Because it's not up to you at this point. You made your move. Now, you wait and receive.
I only like to receive good stuff.
Yeah, you know.
So...
It's going to be good for somebody.
Anyway. So, I want to get your opinion on something before we close. Because I think this is very interesting. Mm-hmm. And you were definitely, guilty of doing it.
Oh, so what you not going to do
all the time.
That?
All right, let's see.
So can I just tell you, as I think, right? I think about when I think back or whatever, and it totally is like a male, a ego thing. Um, because when I think about, another time, right, and I don't even know, I don't even know the name. I think it was Winthrop Street. Um, dude hit my car, and he was in a U-Haul truck, and he was refusing to give me his information. I called the police, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they was like, if nobody's hurt, they're not coming out. And of course, I said nobody's hurt. I mean, and that was, after I said that, that's when they was like, nobody's gonna come out. But I was right around the corner from the crib, and like I called you, and like you cut through the park, and like I seen you, and I was like, damn, like here you come, temboed up, like you look like he's ready for action. And I was like, all right, got that information and carried on. But it's interesting how, like, so you'll do that, you know, um, with another male, but because a female, regardless of her disrespecting your union, she's feeding your ego, and you just men just accept that because that's just what they need. What's up with that?
That's fair.
No, I said, what's up with that?
I don't have an answer. I mean, is that like you want a real answer?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you gotta think about it.
No, I think that statement is a powerful statement, and I think it doesn't need to be rebutted or expounded upon. Like it just needs to I'll take that.
You want to let it marinate and just.
It don't need to. I mean, it's an interesting point. I mean, it's I think at the time I definitely was like, excuse me, being entertained, but in my mind like certain lines weren't being crossed from me, and so I was okay with it even at your expense. And so in hindsight I wouldn't have handled that way, you know what I'm saying? But
only if that motherfucker was 2020.
You're swearing a lot.
I am. That's my word for today. Motherfucker.
Nice. So, well, I mean, it's a different thing, but like, milfs are nice.
What?
So when we're talking about like motherfuckers and fucking mothers, like milfs.
No. I'm on some Samuel L. Jackson type shit when I'm talking about a motherfucker.
But I'm on like mothers I'd love to.
Yeah. So okay.
I didn't name anybody,
That's
so
fine.
don't get it like.
That's okay.
But I'm saying
just
they're definitely milfs. Yeah.
There's definitely some daddies I'd like to see.
There's what?
There's definitely some daddies that I'd like to see.
Ron Isley.
Yeah, I'm not talking about granddaddies.
Oh.
I'm talking about daddies.
You cannot say it that way, and you can. We're gonna wrap this up. So close. Come on. You have any closeouts? You have anything you want to plug? Any?
Shout out to all the zaddies out there.
She keep on calling me Zaddy. She keep on calling me Zaddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now.
Why you can talk about milfs and I can't talk about?
I'm not talking about them. I just said that they're.
Yeah, I mean, so what did you say? Repeat it.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, so try to.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, now it don't
like,
matter.
what difference does it make?
All the difference in the world. You want to shut me down when you like what?
Because it's a million flags, yo.
Is it?
A million.
How many you
drop? Like 2, 3.
You a lie.
Literally, like maybe 2 flags.
Dude, you just did 20 in 20 seconds.
I did not.
You did.
Because I talked about milfs. You said
I said.
My mind went somewhere else.
That's the problem. Stay on task.
I'm on task.
Nah, you ain't.
Well, I was yesterday, and you.
Probably not.
Anyway.
Mhm.
Like, like sober living, you know, with the dry house, you know, the alcohol put away.
Sober living
And
is in a dry house.
I
What are we
know
talking about?
precisely.
What are we talking about?
I mean, you know, for those that know,
Oh well, clue me in.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Oh okay. Well, then be quiet about it.
So on that note, we're gonna you don't have no, you don't have no real like shout outs or anything meaningful to say. You're gonna like if you say it again, Leah, fucking clown.
This this mic is nice. Can I? Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, do I have anything profound to say?
So disrespectful.
I, I'm not. I think that you know, that like we said early on, there is no one size fits all when it comes to protecting your spouse and your union, your relationship, whatever, your partner, however you want to describe your relationship. I think that it is very important to have this type of discussion with your mate early on, midway. I think it's a continual conversation that should be had. People change and things change, right? And I think that um, we all want to feel not only loved and respected, but we absolutely want to feel protected. And that's just not, it's not just physically. Like, if you got my back, I expect you to have my whole being, my front, my back, my side. I expect you to be, if you are my it person, then be that.
Hmm.
So keep those conversations going with your partners. I'm not, you know, I mean, yeah, keep those conversations going. No one should feel like they can do anything to interrupt your household or your union.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you pull them out.
Yeah, I put them in too.
On that note, thank you, ladies and germs, for
We talked about that.
Oh, sorry. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of
We're locked and loaded.
Ridiculous. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. You already know what it is. Yeah. Wedlocked and loaded.
Well, locked and loaded.